AM 560. The Answer.
Squirrel, now that you're back, by the way, glad you're back, like the squirrel can. Do you remember us playing that cut from that imbecile in Boston? I don't even think she was a citizen. She had the turban on her head, big fat girl, race baiter, swearing, and she got caught stealing money from the people, from the war chest. This is another reason Democrats stick together. They understand when you're in your thiefdoms, your little communities, if you do get caught stealing, odds are you're going to be before another Democrat. And that Democrat in a costume called a robe, they're going to look out for you.
The feds allege Fernandez-Anderson was having major money problems. She was late on rent and her car payments.
So officials claim she offered her family member a hefty bonus, twice as much as the rest of her staff combined.
But that supersized bonus came with a hitch.
The bonus was more than $10,000, but the counselor directed her family member to kick back $7,000 to put in her own pocket. The two exchanged the money in a city hall bathroom in June of 2023. The meetup shown in these texts.
As alleged, not only was these taxpayers' funds being stolen, but it was happening right in the building where she works.
You want a little preview of how it went? Hey, you got the cheese? You got the Sacagawea? You got it with you? All right, hand it over there, dummy.
Insisting she was not guilty and pleading as such, she finally admitted that she was.
As part of the plea deal, Fernandez-Anderson also admitted she filed fraudulent federal income tax returns in 2021, 2022, and 2023, but won't be charged with tax offenses.
According to this plea deal, Anderson will spend a year in prison and repay the $13,000 in taxpayer money.
But lucky her, that plea deal of a year in prison was dramatically reduced.
The judge said the 1 year the government was asking for did not fit sentencing guidelines, and so the judge sentenced her to 1 month in federal prison. She'll also have to pay $13,000 in restitution.
And all stealing, fraud, right in the city hall. Gotcha. Guilty. You're going to do a month? A month. And that's why Democrats stay among Democrats and appoint their wives and their kids, and they're all up for judges. Because even when you get caught, you don't really get caught. Frank Lamont.
Hey, my friend. You know something? You are so absolutely right about Jelly Belly. All he does is talk bad about federal agents. You know, the FBI put out a bulletin this week that said the Latin Kings, right, and other street gangs in Chicago are being ordered to obstruct ICE from doing their job. Don't tell me we don't need the National Guard.
How could you interpret
insurrection?
Well, that's what happens, right? When like I'm just playing you here in Boston, the judges is like Chicago. In Greylord. Exactly. The judges are crooked. The coppers are crooked, like the ones who sat behind that Burke's house. Crooked. Did any of those? How about the ones now? 100 plus to guard this imbecile who couldn't pay his water payment. 100 plus. Yep. Anybody complaining on that detail? Oh, this is terrible.
Shaun, except for your show, when is the last time you heard a politician or any of the media scum use the word gang or gang member who are creating the chaos, who are the foot soldiers for these democratic hacks that you're talking about?
Well, you do realize what happened, right? What happened under really, you could almost say the dailies cultivated it. They legitimized the scumbag gangbangers by making them interference guys. And then they're on the payroll. You know how much money the city of Chicago gets from the feds for violence interference? It's $800 million. Yeah. $800 million a year. Almost $1 billion a year. Where's the money? Who's going to ask a question? Nobody. How many of these violent interfere morons did we catch with rock in their pockets, slinging hash still? How much? Yeah. How many? I must have 5 in the last 6 months. And that's the game.
Start an NGO, give yourself a nice 6-figure salary, and then give a little something to the ward committeeman or the alderman.
It always was there, Frank, but now it's undeniable. And this is the thing you have to understand. I say, when someone tells you they're a Democrat, it's a confession. But what you have to understand, the entire representation, all these political hacks, they don't represent the decent. They represent the indecent. This is the party of the mafia, the party of the cartel, the party of the rapist. If you're a scumbag, you love these bastards. Thank you very much, Frank. I think I might even have from yesterday, right?
Trump, if he was serious about safety, he would not have defunded a program of $800 million that was geared towards violence prevention.
You mean where you paid a gangbanger and you pretend he's not a gangbanger, and then he's slinging hair, Ron, on the side? Is that what you mean, stupid? That's only for people dumb enough to be a Democrat that they would believe that. George in Naperville.
Shaun, do you think the costume shops are rushing to get Christopher Columbus costumes out there for the kids now that Columbus is reinstated by Trump?
You know, it was such a slap in the face of Amerigo Vespucci. He discovered the Bahamas. He didn't discover America, but okay, I'll take credit where credit is due. And by the way, he was Spanish, wasn't he? Roberto, Bloomingdale.
Shaun, how you doing?
Wonderful.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. All right. We got that covered. You better have fracking pants on when I talk to you. You got pants on?
Yes, I got my pants on. I'm sitting in the kitchen with Lucy, and we're going to have some dinner.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you. The reason I was calling tonight, you got the mayor, BLM Brandon, Mayor Governor Teletubby, and any of these other people. They want to interfere with President Trump. Then it should be obstruction of justice, and they should be arrested and prosecuted to the furthest extent of the law. What do you think?
They're not interfering with just President Trump. They're doing what they've been doing for decades. They're representing criminals. I don't know why it's hard. Here, this is national joke, by the way. This is Fenton. How do you say? What is it? Tim Fitton? Tim Fitton from this wonderful organization that he constantly takes on scum around the country, which means he focuses a lot on Illinois.
Everyone, Judicial Watch just got out of Supreme Court. We're arguing for our client, Congressman Boss, that candidates have a right to challenge election rules, like in Illinois, where they count ballots that are received for up to 14 days after the election. The Supreme Court seems primed to rule in our favor. We won't know until the opinion's issued.
Listen, you're dragged so down in the intellectual understanding of the argument. The argument is this, and I wonder what the Supreme Court's going to do. The argument is Illinois scum Democrats, the same scum that stole, and everybody knows they stole the election in 1960 for Kennedy. They want to count ballots for 2 weeks after the election. 2 weeks! And we're going to, is that legal? Of course not. Are you out of your frickin' mind? You got people on the voter rolls that they're 130 years old. Queen of Heaven goes for the Democrats. It's a frickin' punchline. You know that, right? It's like Brandon Johnson. He's a punchline. 800 million. Where is the money, stupid?
Trump. If he was serious about safety, he would not have defunded a program of $800 million that.
Boy, that makes those $6,000 suits all comes into focus now, huh? $37,000 for the hairdo. He's got a watch now and everything, like a man, walking around with new shoes on. A couple of years ago, he couldn't pay the fracking water bill. Hit the button, Squirrel, I swear. Couldn't pay the water bill. It's aggravating. That's why I swear, Squirrel.
Was geared towards violence prevention. He cut the ATF budget by 30%. He has defunded our education system. He has defunded our transportation system. He is firing black women across this country.
Oh, black women. It doesn't matter what color. It's what character. White guy's been on this scam too, Mo. It's all about Democrats stealing the money. 312-642-5600.
This is the Shaun Thompson Show, where Democrats are always wrong, Republicans are seldom right, and politicians are never, ever to be trusted. On AM 560, The Answer.